What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and we are here for episode 36 of Flashback Pink Slips here in Season 2 with our Madden 20 Create a Team Hawaii Warriors. We are fresh off of, a ridiculous end of the season where our 57 overall quarterback went 3-1 as a starter, did not throw a single interception, and, we were the best team that didn't make the playoffs by a considerable amount. 10-6, and you got the Eagles at 10-6, 9-7, 9-7, 9-7, 9-7, making the playoffs. Obviously there's divisions, there's conference, all that stuff coming in, but just knowing that exists, it's annoying. And technically, it's the first year we've never made the playoffs as the Hawaii Warriors. We were lucky enough to win it in our first year, and I thought we'd win it somehow this year, and we did not. So what we're gonna do here in this episode is try not to focus on the negative, try to just put that behind us. It was still a good year. 10-6 is not bad. Get into this offseason, maybe get a free agent or two, but mostly dominate that 09 draft and gear up for the preseason. That's what we're going to try to do. And we will start with looking at our stats, the season stats. How did we play? Who did what? We got Fitzpatrick, who was pulled for the last couple games. He went for 2,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, 8 picks, 60% completion percentage. Colt Brennan got 4 games. And in those 4 games, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns, no interceptions, 71% completion percentage, and I think we played only 2 of those games. So he played significantly better than Ryan Fitzpatrick did in the sim. And the big what if of this season is if I went against what you guys voted in the YouTube poll. It was 75% of almost 10,000 votes wanted Fitzpatrick to be our starter. What if I just said, screw that, I'm going Colt Brennan? Where would we been better? Would it have been worse? I don't know. The sample size has definitely been small with Colt Brennan, but if we can't get a Matt Stafford in this upcoming draft, which we're probably not, I think it's going to be very interesting to enter the 09 season with, hopefully he goes up at least a point or 2 overall, but a 57 overall quarterback. Outside of that, Adrian Peterson, almost 1,800 yards and 14 touchdowns, absolute beast. He did have fumbles though, the 6 fumbles, and it always felt like these fumbles were coming in the fourth quarter. Very costly, but we did okay. Receiving, Anquan Bolden wasn't on our team. Deshaun Jackson was our leading receiver, 68 catches, 840 yards, 5 touchdowns. Megatron was very disappointing, but again, gonna compile that with how much of that was just Ryan Fitzpatrick not playing where we needed him to be. But Megatron also didn't make a lot of plays. Very disappointed with him. 57 catches, 800 yards, 7 touchdowns. We got 7-5 for Delaney Walker, 4-6 for Justin McCarrons. Defensively, that's what Dante Hittner. 143 tackles, 5 TFLs. We got 18 sacks, 17 TFLs from Sean Merriman. Lights out. Absolute beast. 16 TFLs, 8 sacks to Lodi Nata. We acquired Durable and Beeson, so I don't know how many of that numbers were with us. 5 picks, Darrell Revis. Nice. Oh, and he allowed 0 catches. Elite. He's the best corner in the National Football League. We got 4 picks. Troy Polamalu, he said he allowed 0 catches. I don't think maybe that stat tracks correctly, but maybe it does. And Troy Polamalu had an amazing year as well. Peanut Tillman, we got him a little bit later. We got Nelson a little bit later. 2 picks for Pac-Man Jones. Whitner had an interception. Tyvon Branch had a pick. Really, really good job from the defense. 90% of our field goals were made. Donnie Jones, not an Undertaker punter. Does not get that gong a lot. I'll tell you that. A little disappointed with that, but it is what it is. So I guess we can kind of see where it stacks up with the league, I suppose. Where did our guys, or just generally who the best players in the league were. Tom Brady had the most yards. And Chad Pennington, 41 touchdowns. 41 for Bulger. Very weird year. Run the ball. Clearly number 1 rusher is Adrian Peterson. Priest Holmes is there again. That's been a 1-2. Last 2 years, it's been AP and Priest Holmes at the top of this rushing leader. Touchdowns went to Adrian Peterson. I mean, there you go. He's the best running back in the National Football League. I guarantee he might have the most fumbles as well. He did! All right, the good and the bad. Receiving, Jabbar Gaffney had the most receptions in the NFL. He had the most yards. Oh, no, he didn't. Most receptions went to Santana Moss. And, oh, my God, that Jets offense. But Jabbar Gaffney was the leading receiver. Touchdowns. Who? Sean McDonald? K? Did anyone pitch a shutout here from a sack standpoint? No one did. Defensively, Lofa Tatupu had the most tackles. Dante Whitner was the runner-up there. For TFLs, Jason Taylor, 24 TFLs. Peppers is up there. Old Doug, Albert Hainsworth had 20. Merriman at 17. Most sacks went to Jared Allen with 22. Merriman runner-up with 18. And for interceptions, Antrell Roll, who actually had on the team for a little bit, had 9 picks. And then we traded him for Peanut Tillman, I believe. Darrell Reeves at 5. 9 picks. That might be the most I've ever seen in a sim. But he also allowed 29 catches. You know who didn't? Darrell Revis. So, suck on that. That must be a glitch stat by looking at all these numbers. The fact that Darrell Revis and Troy Polamalu are the only 2 that don't have catches allowed, I'm suspect. But still, we're still gonna report on it. You know, we're still gonna talk about it, gas him up a little bit. Yearly awards MVP went to Michael Vick. I don't think we're gonna have anybody there. The AFC Odds Player of the Year went to Chad Pennington. Adrian Peterson coming in at number 7. Defensive Player of the Year went to Courtney Watson on the Jets. Merriman was the runner-up at number 2. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to CJ2K on the Marshals. Deshaun Jackson at 3. Colt Brennan at 4. Martellus Bennett at 8. Pierre Garçon at 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Cedric Ellis. Aqib Talib, who he did most of that work not on our team, coming at number 2. Tyvon Branch at 3. DRC, who was on our team for a point in time. Cliff Averill at number 10. Quarterback went to Pennington. Running back went to Adrian Peterson. Wide receiver went to Daryl Jackson. Anquan Bolden, I guess at number 8. He's technically on our team. O-lineman, Evan Mathis, deserve it. He was a beast. D-line went to Sean Merriman. Linebacker went to T-Sizzle, Terrell Suggs. Defensive back went to Antrell Roll. Darrell Revis, runner-up there. Troy Polamalu coming in at number 5. And then best kicker, Mason Crosby, all the way down at number 5. So that's pretty much every stat you could ever care about from this 08 season. Let's get into free agency. Do we got some? How many Pro Bowlers we got? We got AP, Usaka Polite, Sean Merriman, Haloti Nata, John Henderson. Still technically, I wish he was still on our team. Darrell Revis, Troy Polamalu. Cool. Couple Pro Bowlers. Nice. Wow, Super Bowl 43 goes to the San Antonio Marshals. So that's the Marshals and the Oilers within like the last 5 years in our division that has won a Super Bowl. Putting the pressure on us a little bit now. We're going into year 3. Expectations are going to be playoffs from here on out. All right, boys, looking at free agents here, you got to let me have one. You got to let me have this one. Don't need him. We have Reggie Nelson. You got to let me have this one. That's all I'm saying. 1 year, he's super old. There's no salary cap. I'm not going to give him a ridiculous deal, but 15. You got to let me have this one. Oh, baby. The new starting free safety at 35 years old. So he's pretty much where he was when he went to the Denver Broncos. Brian Dawkins is a Hawaii Warrior. Okay, we are kicking off the 09 draft. It's a very long time until we pick, but we have our draft board out. I guess we'll pause it very quickly before we do this so you can see the big names. At least a quick refresher before we get into it. But our draft board, you got Stafford Arakpo, Clay Matthews, Laurinaitis Cushing, Alex Mack, Percy Harvins, TJ Lang, Jarius Bird, BJ Raji, Malcolm Jenkins, Jared Cook, Shady McCoy, Arian Foster, Connor Barwin, DeMar Dotson, Michael Bennett, Crabtree, Jeremy Macklin, Julian Edelman's there. We got Mike Wallace. There's definitely some big names, some good talent. It's not the most OP draft that I have seen, but there's definitely going to be some talent acquired. And I'm trying to hopefully land a couple linemen. Ideally, our line could be better. That's probably the one area I want to try and land some guys that could be superstar devs and stuff like that. And obviously, maybe we get a chance at Stafford, even though it's very, very unlikely. All right, let's get the draft. So at pick number 1 in the 09 draft, the Miami Dolphins select, and he's gone, Matt Stafford. Raiders at pick 2 get Aaron Curry, bust. Saints at pick 3 get Tyson Jackson, bust. Cardinals at pick 4 get Andre Smith. He's been, I guess, okay. He's been able to stick around the NFL. Jason Smith, a bust. All the busts are going. That's great. BJ Raji to the Broncos. The Colts get Michael Crabtree. The Jets get Eugene Monroe. The Vikings get Darius Hayward Bay. At pick 10, Dallas Cowboys get Brian Orakpo. So there goes one of the first names I was kind of looking at. Chargers at pick 11 get Brian Cushing. At pick 12, the Cleveland Browns get Robert Ayers. At pick 13, Baltimore get Malcolm Jenkins out of Ohio State. He was a guy I was considering as well and moving him just to the corner or something like that. Detroit at pick 14, Jeremy Maclin. Pick 15, the Bears get Alex Mack. Pick 16, Redskins get Percy Harvin. Oh, you know I was probably going to draft him. Pick 17, Seattle gets Brandon Pettigrew. Pick 18, the Falcons get Clay Matthews. And at pick 19, the LA Rams get Pariah Jerry. Next up on the clock, we got the Warriors. I kind of want to go on the O-line. I'm looking at like what the talent level is. We got mid first for Vollmer, who's on the Patriots. Loadhout was late. We got Michael Orr is mid first rounder as well. The blind side. But I think TJ Lang's probably going to be the best pickup here for us at this given point. Mid first round. He's played tackle. He's played guard. Most notably was a guard for the Green Bay Packers during the prime Rodgers year. So we're going to get him. Number 17 in true talent. Number 20 is when we got him. 72 hidden dev. I mean, yeah, if that dev's superstar, this is going to be a really, really good pick. If this dev's a star, kind of underwhelming. The second round is really between two guys. It's DeMar Dotson or Michael Bennett. I mean, there could be an outside chance for DeAndre Levy, but I think Michael Bennett, because he's a scheme fit, we'll go ahead and bring him in. Pair him with his brother. We have Marty B. He's number 46 in true value. Got him at 52. 69 hidden dev. Third round, I really want Julian Edelman because that makes most sense. But we have Amendola, we have Pierre Garçon. We have like 3 or 4 slot wide receivers. We need corners, so I'm gonna grab Jason McCourty, the corner here out of Rutgers. 67 hidden dev, number 67 in true value, getting him at pick 84. Fourth round, stand on the offensive line. We're gonna get the big ragu, Ramon Foster, who made most of his career and most notably with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that's where he was for like all his career anyway. 65 hidden dev, number 97 in true talent. Just a solid guard. So draft recap time, you saw a lot of my picks, and then from 5th, 6th, and 7th, literally we had one player in each round that looked even remotely drafted. We got Jamarcus Sanford, 64 normal. We got AQ Shipley, 62 normal. And then we finished up UDFA. I went Brian Hoyer just because I knew he had a face scan. And he looks terrifying, absolutely terrifying. 100% Russian mobster, for sure. But generally, it's a solid draft. I mean, this is one of those things when you do the flashback drafts. Usually the ratings are a little bit disappointing, but the dev traits are outstanding. I would not be surprised if we get like a superstar dev with Lang, superstar dev with Michael Bennett, and something decent with Jason McCourty as well. Also, Pat McAfee, guy that we definitely want to look at bringing in. He was a UDFA, so we're going to go all in and signing Pat McAfee to be our starting punter, because Donnie Bag of Bones Jones has been pretty damn disappointing. So that is how we're going to end this one right before the 09 preseason. We got through the draft. Our team will be starting as an 85 overall with 58 overall Colt Brennan. There's going to be no QB conversation, no QB controversy, no QB battle. He's going to be our starter come week 1. Changes, relatively new players that we acquired late last season or in the offseason. So we have Anquan Bolden here, who will be our starting slot wide receiver. TJ Lang, our first round pick, will be getting the start over McNeil as our starting left tackle. Hopefully, like I said, we got that dev trait, especially if it's a superstar dev trait, he will get up past that 72 very, very quickly. We got Manny Ramirez, who actually won kind of late last season in the 08 year, being our starting right guard. We'll move Ramon Foster up just a little bit because he has the dev trait, and we'll move Doug Free up because he's younger. Defensively, you had to let me get this one. He's now our highest overall player. It's probably his final year in the league. I had to play with Brian Dawkins. I literally have not played with a Brian Dawkins since like 2K5. So that'd be pretty dope. No other real changes. Everything else remains the same. We got Duberville on the D line. I guess he's relatively new. We'll move Marty, right? Michael Bennett up a spot there in defensive end. We got Jason McCourty. A lot of depth here. Our team's ready to withstand a couple bad losses. Let's just put it that way. But at this point, I don't think we really need to shuffle our team captains. I'm not going to put one on Brian Dawkins because he's super old. Our team captains will still remain Nata, Sean Merriman, Darrell Revis, Troy Polamalu, Calvin Johnson, and Adrian Peterson, I think. Or maybe there's a Delaney Walker there. I'm not sure. But either way, we're fine. We're fine, and I'm excited. So what we're going to do when we come back is we will get through... Actually, you know what? The preseason is kind of meaningless this year because there's no QB battle or whatever. So I'll just sim up this preseason and we'll get to the regular season. Might as well get that in this episode. Yeah, we got through the preseason. Nothing too crazy happened. And, ooh. Someone took away one of our practice squad guys? I don't know. Whatever. We're now here. The schedule could potentially change again. I got to give it to my guy that's going to try to make it so we have a home away. So we have 2 games that we can play, 2 games that we can sim. But we are here in 2009. We have Brian Dawkins on our team. Life is pretty damn good for the Hawaii Warriors. So we will be back probably Monday with episode 37, kicking off that 09 season. Most likely against the Browns, Ravens, Eagles, and Oilers. Not sure which ones we're actually going to be able to play. But hope to see you guys back here then on Monday for another episode of Flashback Pinks. As always, I hope you guys did enjoy how we drafted. I hope you guys are hyped that we have Brian Dawkins on our team. That could be pretty damn cool. He's an X Factor, big-time player. Smash that like button if you enjoyed. Likes helping the old YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button. Very close to 130,000. And I'll catch you guys back here tomorrow. Peace out.